Hi guys, a bit of a different one today. As I mentioned in a short recently, I picked up these two books. It's not really worth going through all of it because there are way too many entries, but maybe I'll just give you a quick look and let you know why I bought them. I did buy these both secondhand. They're about 400 yen each, which is about $3 or $4. Rolling Stone Magazine is a magazine I used to read a lot back when I used to buy like new CDs. This one was released in 2004, so it's already about 20 years old. It's most probably when I was reading this magazine the most. They had a rating from 1 to 5, 1 being disastrous. So it says here albums in this range of 1 star or less, a waste of vital resources. Only masochists and completists need apply. Classic was a 5 star rating. Everyone essential listening, even if you're mildly curious about the artist or genre under discussion. Not only are these albums worthy of your disposable incomes, they stand a good chance of enriching your life. So this is back in the days where you couldn't stream and you actually had to purchase everything. So you wanted to be a little bit careful with how you spent your money. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not going to go through this all. I'm just going to maybe, as I go through a few of the pages, just look at some of their ratings. I do listen to a lot of music. I listen to like a lot of music, so these kind of books are kind of helpful for me. Licensed Ill 5 stars, Paul's Boutique 5 stars. I think that's pretty good. Hello Nasty got 4.5. I mean, I got Hello Nasty when I first moved to Japan. I don't think I enjoyed it that much, to be frank, compared to like Paul's Boutique. The Beatles here, they pretty much all got 5 stars or 4.5 stars. My favorite is Most Probably Revolver. Yellow Submarine got 2.5 stars. Fair enough. Let It Be got 3 stars. That's pretty bad. Let's see what else. Beck, one of the staples of when I was younger. Odelay got 5 stars. Mutations got 3 stars. That's a pretty shit rating. Sea Change got 4.5. And this is interesting because I remember when the Sea Change was reviewed by Rolling Stone, they gave it a 5 out of 5, and that's one of the reasons why I went out and I bought it straight away. So it's kind of interesting. It looks like they've actually changed the ratings after the initial publication. Okay, it means that I'm going to have to go through these in some depth later. James Brown. Let's see. Ornette Coleman, I did see him when he came to Tokyo, and The Shape of Jazz to Come is the album that I'm probably most familiar with. They gave that 5 stars. If you're looking for some free jazz and you have some patience to sit down with an album and listen to it over and over and over again until you can get used to it, I would recommend that. I am going through this list of 1,000 albums to listen to, and the next up actually is Elvis Costello, and the CD I'm going to listen to is called Armed Forces. They gave it a 4 star rating here, so it should be a pretty good album. I'm pretty sure I have heard it before. Okay, Diggable Planets, Blowout Comb got 4 stars. I do love Diggable Planets. Bob Dylan, they've reviewed the majority of his albums here, all of his albums. There are a couple of 5 stars. Not that many. I would have expected more. There's heaps in the beginning actually. I mean, if you're looking for a book to help you decide like what you should listen to on Apple Music or Spotify, this is definitely not a bad choice. Galaxy 500 is a band that I've never listened to, but it appears that I should listen to On Fire or the Portable Galaxy 500. I've heard a lot about Galaxy 500. I'm most probably boring you guys a lot, so I'm going to hurry up here. In Excess from Australia, let's see what they gave these albums. All 3.5 stars, except the Greatest Hits, they gave 4. Okay. I'm not going to be that insulted, although I think they were very good. The Libertines were huge when I first came to Japan. The Mekons. I think this is quite an interesting book. Definitely recommend it if you like not alternative, like rock and roll music, basically. I mean, just by looking at it, there are a lot of American and British, Australian cities. There doesn't seem to be a lot of diversity, but I mean, it's a magazine that's published in America, so you can't be that surprised. Tortoise is a band that's touring here now. Tool just came to Japan. Look, Anima was released when I was in high school, and they gave it 2.5 stars. That's pretty harsh. I think that's very harsh. I love Anima. Anima? Okay, Tupac's another guy I grew up with in high school. Let's see. Me Against the World gets 3 stars. All Eyes on Me gets 5 stars. I think All on It. And oh my god, Don Killuminati, they got only 3 stars. Oh, come on. Okay, Rolling Stone Magazine. There's a reason why I stopped subscribing. Okay, that's that. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. I'm definitely going to enjoy going through that. This one, next one here is the Spin Alternative Record Guide. If you do like music, and you, especially music around this period, so in the 90s, then you may have heard this podcast called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s. It's done by a great guy called Rob Harvilla. And anyway, highly recommended. And the reason why I found out about this book was because he mentioned it. I think he was interviewing. He interviews a lot of journalists, and I think one of the journalists had published in this book. So that's the first time I heard of it. I wouldn't have bought it if I hadn't heard of that. It says here, Spin, America's premier new music magazine, presents a book of outrageously opinionated reviews of essential punk, new wave, indie, rock, grunge, and rap albums. It says it also includes a listing of the 100 top albums of all time. And I'm always looking for lists. I'm a bit of a completist, and so let's just quickly go through this book to see the format. Again, I'm not going to flip through every page because it would bore you and me completely. So, top 100 alternative albums, the record guide, acknowledgements, album covers, index and contributors. What is alternative rock? And then it goes through how it rates albums. 1 to 3. If we got it for free in the mail, we still wouldn't keep it around the house. So albums that are rated between 1 to 3 would definitely be ones that I throw away. Number 10, an unimpeachable masterpiece or a flawed album of crucial historical significance. Okay, this is a little bit different. It actually has some photos. That's ABBA. AC/DC. Again, Aussies. Let's see how they rate. Highway to Hell gets 7. Back in Black gets 8. I'm not going to argue. Okay. Suddenly, I mean, already I'm seeing that it does have some African music, which is cool. I do want to see what it gives Tool. What were the other ones? I can't remember what I looked at. Okay, let's see. Now, Big Star, it has a sign here, which I guess it means it pops up in the top 100. Big Star is definitely an album I love, or a band I love. Nick Cave, the other Aussie, let's see. Lots of 8s, lots of 6s. Okay. This one's pretty cool. I mean, I do kind of like Spin Magazine more than Rolling Stone. Now, I remember Diggable Planet's Rolling Stone gave Blow Out Comb a higher rating than Reaching. That's quite interesting. Which one did I say? I said Tool, didn't I? And this is pretty cool. Like, I mean, it has Ice Cube, another high school staple of mine. Death Certificate, which was my favorite at that stage, or Predator. Let's see. wonder what they gave Massive Attack. Mm-mm. 8 out of 10 and 7 out of 10. That's pretty harsh. I think they're classics. Kick Out the James, they gave 6 out of 10. Wow. I'm sure Rolling Stone Magazine gave it a huge one. It's going to be quite controversial. MC5. But I could make a whole video just comparing ratings. Kick Out the James got 3 out of 5. So I guess both publications didn't rate it. Massive Attack got 5 stars and 3.5. So I don't know. I mean, as they mentioned, very subjective, right? Double Nickels on the Dime, definitely one of my favorite albums. It gets a 10 out of 10. They completely kill Rolling Stones. I mean, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Blood Sugar Sex Magic got 8 out of 10. It's not bad at all. Okay, so Tool. Let's see. I didn't realize Adrian Sherwood had so many albums. Smashing Pumpkins. This is before Infinite Melancholy and Infinite Sadness album. I was listening to them in the car the other day. I had such a great time blasting that album. And one of the reasons why I'm kind of interested in these publications is because I have a couple of nephews and nieces, and each week I recommend 5 songs, and I write up a kind of summary and put links to YouTube. And because I've listened to so much music over the last 45 years, I kind of forget what I've listened to. So this will be helpful in kind of remembering what I've listened to. I've just realized now that it doesn't have Tool. Most probably this was published before they were big. It does have a Tribe Called Quest though. They give Low End Theory 10 out of 10. Definitely not going to complain about that. I did listen to a Lucinda Williams album recently, Sweet Old World, which I loved. Wu-Tang Clan, they gave 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10 for Tikal. Oh. Okay. Lots of Neil Young. That's it for this book. This is the top 100 alternative albums. Number 1 goes to the Ramones. Number 2, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, so Public Enemy, Velvet Underground. Number 3, number 4, Husker Du. Zen Arcade is an album that I have still not been able to get into. Nirvana, Nevermind, Patti Smith, Horses, Big Star, Radio City, Aria, Murmur, Sonic Youth, Daydream Nation, X, Wild Gift. I do like X. Anyway, it goes through the top 100 albums there. I will definitely be spending time with this album. Most probably getting angry at its ratings, but appreciative that somebody took the time to make these books. Anyway, that was a bit of a different one, guys. If you do like music and you want me to kind of, I doubt you would, but if you want me to talk about any of those, let me know.